Have you ever opened a Chinese super app and felt overwhelmed? Maybe even a little confused? Picture Google Maps on one screen with its clean, minimal interface. And then a super app like Tencent Map on the other. It's bursting with icons, coupons, and minigames. Both apps have the same goal, to get you somewhere, but their design languages couldn't be more different. What if that busy, chaotic interface isn't a bad design, but a brilliant strategy? Today, we'll dive into what's going on inside those Chinese super apps, why they look the way they do, and what this can teach you about building product for any audiences. Stick around because this might change how you think about design forever. First, let's look at what we actually see. When you open an app like Tencent Map, you're not just getting a map, you're landing in a grid of mini apps, riding hailing, bike rentals, flash hotel deals, even virtual stamps for your journey. The design is all about progressive aggregation. It brings everything together on one screen, trust the user to filter what they need.
求贤问古，不如自己做主。
Another example is Didi. Its home screen isn't just for booking a taxi. It's a full ecosystem with grocery delivery, intercity buses, freight trucks, and even a finance tab where you can get a micro loan or buy insurance. This is a sharp contrast to apps like Uber or Google Maps, where the UI is sparse and guides you through a single three-step flow. To Westerner users, these apps might seem chaotic, but to local users, it's efficient and familiar. So, why does this design philosophy exist? There are three main reasons. The first is super app economics. In China, the cost of getting users to download your app is incredibly high. Once a company has that precious space on a phone, they cram in as many services as possible to maximize the lifetime value of that user. As one entrepreneur put it, the goal is to be the one app that you can't delete. This mindset of monopolizing a user's attention drives the everything all at once approach. The second reason is infrastructure and policy. China's unified QR payment system and real name ID policies make it easy for companies to layer new services on top of existing data. For example, Didi already knows your commute habits and spending. This data makes it simple to offer you a micro loan or insurance policy, all within the same app. The integration is seamless because foundational infrastructure is already in place. The third reason, and my personal lens, is culture comfort with density. I grew up in an environment where more choices often feels like more care. Think of a Chinese banquet or a Korean buffet. 20 dishes on a table isn't overwhelming. It's a sign of hospitality and abundance. In many high-context cultures across China and Southeast Asia, the information-rich layout signals usefulness, not clutter. This is a very different perspective from Western idea of minimalism. So, what does all it mean for us as designers and product builders? The key takeaway is minimalism is a market preference, not a universal virtue. Before you label a product design as too busy, you need to consider your audience, culture, context, and their tolerance for on-screen density. In situations where customer acquisition costs are high and cross-service data can shorten a user's journey, a packed UI might actually outperform a Zen-like one. As long as the primary task as getting directions or booking a ride remains clear. This brings us to a new way of thinking about design principles. Western design often uses progressive disclosure, where features are hidden until users ask for them. Chinese super apps, on the other hand, use progressive aggregation, which puts all the features upfront and trusts users to filter what they need. Neither approach is inherently better. They are adaptive heuristics. You should borrow what fits your audience and skip what doesn't. Remember, design for people, not for dogma. So, the next time Tencent Map shouts directions in a cartoon dragon's voice, remember this: it isn't broken user experience. It's a reflection of super app economics, infrastructure advantages, and Buffett-loving culture that it cranes, abandons with care. Thanks for watching. If you like this, check the Meituan app review. I did it in a live environment. You're gonna love it.